Hi everyone, it's time for this week's edition of the Roar Report. We're looking at the week of September the 16th through the 20th, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into athletics. On Tuesday, September the 17th, our football team is heading to Warrenton. Now, something to know about this that's a little different than normal, we have a 7th grade team, an 8th grade team, a red team, and a black team. And the red and black teams are combined grade levels, and we created those so that we could go play smaller schools and keep the practice going, keep the games going. On the 17th, the black team is going to Warrenton. Red team members stay home. There is no practice that day because all the coaches will be north in Warrenton. Also happening on September the 17th, our cross-country team has team pictures, so make sure that if you're a cross-country runner, you have your uniform ready to go on Tuesday. On Wednesday, September the 18th, we are hosting our very first home volleyball game of the year. The Lions are hosting the Seaside Seagulls, and I don't know about you, but I think I'd rather be a lion than a seagull. As always, 7th grade plays across the street at East School. 8th grade plays here at our home gym at the junior high. B team start at 4 and they're followed by A team. A team usually starts around 5 o'clock, give or take a little bit. And then on Friday, September the 20th, our red football team dismisses at 2:30 to go to Neocani to play. And then the black team stays home and they have no practice that day either because the coaches will be in Neocani. Just a couple other things I want to mention about athletics and just what we expect from our guests and our students during athletic time. Always respectful behavior, being a good sport, treating other players with respect, visitors to our area, being good and kind to coaches and referees. Students, there's always concessions available for purchase, and we ask that you clean up after yourselves and also that you stay in designated areas. So if you are heading over to watch the 7th grade volleyball team, you stay at the East School gym. You're not out and about on their property. The East School gym is really, really tiny, and sometimes we ask students to move to a different area because we really want to have room for those moms, dads, grandparents who are coming to watch. So we appreciate your flexibility if you're a student heading over to the East School gym. And then when you're here at the junior high gym, there's plenty of space to spread out up on the bleachers. But we do ask that you have great manners so that you are able to continue to come back to future events. All right, other things that are happening in the building, starting September the 16th, which is a Monday, we will be starting our second full week of school. So we will have 7 or 6 days, depending on which grade you're in, of schools under our belt. That means that we've had a lot of time to practice our schedules, kind of master our locker situation, things like that. For the first week and a half of school, we've been really lenient with tardies and allowing kids to kind of, figure out their schedules and how to move about the building. Starting Monday, we're going to start enforcing our tardy policies. And what that means at the junior high is that you need to be in a classroom when the bell rings. When the bell rings, we ask our teachers to close their doors. And if you're a student who's still in the hallway, then you need to head up to the office to get a tardy pass. You have a few tardies that you can take, in a 6-week period before there's any lunch detention or anything like that. We understand things come up. You might forget something and have to run back and get it, whatever. We try to be, pretty human about these things, but we do know that it's a great life skill to be on time. So after a few kind of gimmies or freebies, then we do start having consequences. So it is important to get to class on time. Also, if you need to leave the class, during the period to use the restroom or go to your locker, there's a certain number that we give you in a 6-week period. And then after that, you start to lose some lunch time. So be mindful about how you're using those. You don't want to use up all of your stuff in the first 3 days of a 6-week period and then not have very much wiggle room. Right? If you have any questions about that, you can always talk to any of the classroom teachers or Mr. Dixon or myself up at the Lions Den. All right. And then last thing, Friday, September 20th is one of Tillamook School District's half days of school. We have a few of them scattered throughout the year, and Friday the 20th is our first one. Students get out of school at 11:30 in the morning. No lunch is served, so you can ride the bus home, walk home, or be picked up. But 11:30 is the end of school that day. Students leave, staff stays, and we participate in professional development. If you are one of those kids on the red football team who has a game in Neocani that day, you still have to leave campus at 11:30, and then you need to be back by 2, so you can depart at 2:30. So you have a 2.5 hour window there where you need to make sure that you have plans that don't involve being here, because all of our staff members are involved in training at that time, and your coaches have other jobs in the community. Anyway, so be thinking about that. I know the coaches are going to be communicating with parents. That's just like a weird fluke in a schedule. We don't anticipate having that any other times this year, but they do happen from time to time. All right, folks. Wow, it's been a really wonderful first week and a half. I gotta say, we are so impressed with the students this year. It just feels like a very nice vibe in the building, and it's a pleasant place to come to work. I hope it's a pleasant place to come to school. It is a great day to be a Lion.